The first Berserker, Khazan, is an action RPG set in a dark fantasy world, developed by Pragmata and the Parasite. The game draws heavily from Norse mythology, telling the story of Khazan, a Berserker warrior who must navigate a brutal world filled with supernatural foes and moral choices. The game emphasizes visceral melee combat with a variety of weapons and abilities, reflecting Khazan's Berserker rage. The narrative is deeply rooted in Viking lore, featuring legendary creatures and gods as both allies and adversaries. The game's release date and additional gameplay details are still under wraps, but it has sparked excitement for its mature themes and gritty depiction of Norse mythology.
Anyway, the DHV Magellan's here to back you up.
Developed by Kojima Productions, it continues to build on the unique gameplay style of its predecessor, blending exploration, narrative, and innovative social mechanics. The game is being developed using Guerrilla Games' Decima engine, ensuring stunning visuals and an immersive world. While specific gameplay details are scarce, the trailer hints at new traversal mechanics, potentially with advanced vehicles or tools. A more significant focus on action and combat compared to the original. Enhanced social and multiplayer elements, emphasizing collaboration between players.
A lot of things changed after you went off on your own, especially within the UCA.
We are beyond the edge of Japan. People come north to disappear. But you are hunting. And now, every Ronin here is after you. Still think you're the hunter?
Ghost of Yotei is an upcoming action-adventure game developed by Sucker Punch Productions, set to release in 2025 for the PlayStation 5. It serves as a standalone sequel to the acclaimed Ghost of Tsushima. The game is set in the year 1603 in the Mount Yotei region of Hokkaido, Japan, and introduces a new protagonist named Atsu, a female warrior who assumes the identity of the ghost. Unlike the first game, which focused on samurai culture in Tsushima, Ghost of Yotei explores a less structured and more dangerous frontier setting. The narrative emphasizes themes of revenge and player-driven choices, offering a more personalized experience. The game will also introduce new mechanics, including dual-wielding swords, potential use of firearms, and possibly a wolf companion. Developed with the PlayStation 5's advanced hardware in mind, it promises stunning visuals, expansive environments, and realistic elements like auroras and dynamic vegetation.
It seems peaceful, as long as we don't touch the flowers.
Yeah, let's not get too sentimental. It's still a painter's creation.
Putain!
Clair Obscur. Expedition 33 is an upcoming reactive turn-based RPG from Sandfall Interactive, scheduled for release in spring 2025. The game combines traditional turn-based mechanics with real-time actions, such as dodging, parrying, and timed attacks, to create a dynamic combat experience. It will be available on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series XS, and PC, Steam, and Epic Games Store, with day-one availability on Xbox Game Pass. Set in a surreal world inspired by France's Belle Époque. The story follows Expedition 33, a group of adventurers tasked with stopping the paintress, whose annual paintings determine the age at which people vanish. The narrative focuses on themes of mortality and camaraderie as the group, led by characters like Gustave, voiced by Charlie Cox, embarks on a final quest before their time runs out. Players can explore beautiful, perilous locales, engage in combat enhanced by reaction-based minigames, and customize characters through gear, skills, and unique builds. The game also features a captivating art style powered by Unreal Engine 5.
Just run away. It won't make any difference at the end of the day.
Phantom Blade Zero is a highly anticipated action RPG developed by S-Game, blending dark Chinese fantasy, steampunk aesthetics, and martial arts. It emphasizes fast-paced, dynamic combat and showcases an intricate mix of parries, combos, and weapon variety, drawing comparisons to titles like Sekiro, Shadows Die Twice. The game incorporates a rich narrative inspired by Chinese mythology and features elements of occultism. Known for its hyperkinetic, Souls-like combat style, players engage in duels that require precise timing for parries and counters, complemented by a variety of melee and ranged weapons. Enemies present unique challenges, demanding tactical offense and defense. Bosses are creatively designed, with signature moves and mechanics. Players can experiment with diverse weaponry, such as swords, daggers, and katanas, each with distinct playstyles and effects. Beijing-based S-Game, known for its commitment to high-quality visuals and gameplay. The game is slated for release on PlayStation 5 and PC. Phantom Blade Zero promises an immersive experience for fans of dark fantasy and skill-based combat. It has received significant praise at gaming expos, building excitement among players and critics alike.
And we're all done.
One where I, Paul Atreides, was never born. I created the future, until it created me. But I see a narrow way, a path that might have been. What if my mother had obeyed her orders and given birth to a girl?
Dune: Awakening is an upcoming survival MMO set in the iconic Dune universe, developed by Funcom. This game offers an open-world experience where players must navigate the harsh desert environment of Arrakis, dealing with extreme challenges such as sandstorms, sandworms, and the ever-present scarcity of water. The primary resource to manage is spice, the key to power in the Dune universe, which can be harvested and traded while navigating both environmental and political dangers. The game features a range of survival mechanics, including base building, character customization, and crafting. Players will engage in combat and form alliances, with the ultimate goal of controlling spice and gaining influence. The world of Dune: Awakening is dynamic, with shifting landscapes and enemy factions, offering both PvE and PvP elements. Players can also explore unmapped areas, uncover secrets, and fight for power in this brutal, ever-changing world. Cronos: The New Dawn is an upcoming survival horror game by Bloober Team, known for its work on Silent Hill 2 Remake and The Medium. Set for release in 2025, the game unfolds in a grim, dystopian version of 1980s communist Poland, ravaged by a mysterious catastrophe called the Change. This event has transformed the world into a dangerous wasteland filled with grotesque abominations. Players take on the role of a traveler, tasked with exploring futuristic wastelands to locate time rifts and return to the past. The past reflects a world grappling with the initial stages of the change. Cronos: The New Dawn will launch on PC, Xbox Series XS, and PlayStation 5, leveraging Unreal Engine for cutting-edge visuals. It promises a deeply immersive experience combining Bloober Team's signature psychological storytelling with challenging gameplay.
I should know. It runs in my blood.
Wuchang: Fallen Feathers is an upcoming action RPG developed by Lean-Z Games and published by 505 Games, set for release in 2025 on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series XS, and PC. The game is a Souls-like adventure set in late Ming Dynasty China, blending dark fantasy with historical themes. Players control by Wuchang, a pirate warrior suffering from ornithropy, a disease that grants supernatural powers but gradually transforms her into a monstrous being. The story unfolds in the land of Shu, ravaged by warring factions and a mysterious illness. Players navigate Wuchang's amnesiac journey to uncover her past and the truth about her curse. The game offers challenging battles against grotesque creatures, requiring strategic use of skills, weapons, and enchantments. Built on Unreal Engine 5, The game showcases detailed environments like ancient temples and overgrown ruins. The upcoming game in the Monster Hunter series is Monster Hunter Wilds, announced as the next mainline title in the franchise. It's set to bring new innovations to the series, including more expansive open-world environments, enhanced multiplayer mechanics, and fresh gameplay systems. The game will feature a diverse roster of monsters, including some returning fan favorites and brand new species. The release is planned for 2025.
Incredible! I've never heard of a Karatnoth herd this big before. One of them's got big spikes on its back.
Now to lead it away from the pack.
Borderlands 4 was officially announced by Gearbox Software and 2K Games, and is set to release in 2025. The announcement came at Gamescom's opening night live, with a teaser trailer offering a glimpse of an all-new planet and the aftermath of Borderlands 3's ending. The game will continue the iconic looter-shooter gameplay, where players will again take on the role of legendary vault hunters, exploring new worlds, hunting for alien treasures, and, of course, blasting enemies with countless weapons. Gearbox has expressed their excitement about taking the series to new heights, incorporating new features while retaining the franchise's core elements of humor, deep world building, and varied gameplay.
Then they took him away. Mother said I couldn't play outside anymore. Everyone had fled. She said the country was sick. But we would be...
Hell Is Us is an upcoming third-person action-adventure game developed by Rogue Factor and published by Nacon, scheduled for release in 2025 on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series XS, and PC. The game is set in a war-torn country, plagued by both a civil war and a mysterious calamity that has unleashed supernatural creatures immune to modern weapons. Players take on the role of a protagonist armed with specialized weapons to uncover their past and confront these enigmatic threats. A unique aspect of Hell Is Us is its departure from modern gameplay conventions. The game features no maps, quest markers, or compasses, encouraging players to rely on intuition and observation for exploration. This old-school design philosophy focuses on immersive storytelling and challenging players to make their own discoveries. The gameplay is intended to foster creativity and critical thinking, with a narrative that explores deep themes such as human violence, civil conflict, and mysterious phenomena. For those intrigued by its combination of open-world exploration and intense combat, Hell Is Us promises a fresh and thought-provoking experience when it launches.
Hi, Mom. Hi, Dad. Say hi back.
Of course they know.
What if I told you that every word you say is being recorded? Every thought you've ever had. Your love. Your fear. Your hate. Were just planted in your brain like weeds in a garden. What would you do to free yourself? We both know the answer to that question. Nothing. You are the frog in a pot, boiling, slowly. You don't even know what's happening. But I'm here to set you free. Whether you like it or not.
Is dying.
Judas is an upcoming first-person shooter developed by Ghost Story Games, led by BioShock creator Ken Levine. Set to release in March 2025, it will launch on PC, Steam and Epic Games Store, PlayStation 5, and Xbox Series XS. The game has been described as a spiritual successor to BioShock, featuring a blend of intense storytelling, unique powers, and player-driven choices. The game takes place aboard the Mayflower, a generation ship carrying the last remnants of humanity to Proxima Centauri. The protagonist, Judas, finds herself caught in a revolution on the ship. Judas will incorporate familiar BioShock-style mechanics, including hand powers, hacking, and cinematic sequences. It emphasizes non-linear missions and the consequences of player decisions, offering betrayals and shifting allegiances. Powers shown in the trailers include stunning green energy whips and electric attacks that disable robotic enemies.
They're right.
These monstrous celestials haunt the darkest corners of the cluster, hunting for isolated targets. And, unfortunately for their victims, the Mariyama are interested in more than just stealing cargo. They want minds, memories, emotions. The more twisted and tortured, the better.
The game Exodus is an upcoming sci-fi action-adventure RPG developed by Archetype Entertainment, a studio composed of former BioWare veterans. The game was announced at the Game Awards in December 2023 and is set for release on December 31, 2024 on PS5, Xbox Series X/S, and PC. It features a story-driven experience with deep player choices and multiple endings. Set in the Omega Centauri galaxy, Exodus explores humanity's struggle as the underdog species in a hostile galaxy after escaping a dying Earth. Players control June Aslan, a transhuman traveler tasked with recovering alien technology to secure humanity's survival. Time dilation, a concept where time moves differently during interstellar travel, plays a central role, shaping how players' choices impact loved ones and civilizations over generations. The game also boasts voice acting, with Matthew McConaughey taking on the role of a mentor character. Its narrative and world-building are influenced by iconic sci-fi works such as Interstellar and Dune, blending cinematic storytelling with cutting-edge technology. Anticipated Grand Theft Auto 6, GTA 6, by Rockstar Games has been in development for several years and is expected to build upon the massive success of GTA 5. Rockstar has not officially announced a release date, but rumors and leaks suggest it could launch in 2025. An official trailer is expected to drop in early December 2024. The game is heavily rumored to revisit Vice City, a fictionalized Miami, and may include other locations, potentially expanding the map to unprecedented scales. Players can expect Rockstar's signature blend of open-world exploration, detailed environments, and mature storytelling, with new advancements in AI, graphics, and interactivity.
I always dreamt of leaving this place. Becoming more than a peasant.
Kingdom Come: Deliverance 2 is the highly anticipated sequel to Warhorse Studios' immersive medieval RPG. The sequel picks up where the original left off, continuing Henry's story. The game's world will be twice as large as the original, featuring diverse environments, including the bustling medieval city of Kutna Ora. The story will shift focus from local nobility to broader conflicts involving kings, promising a darker and more cinematic narrative. The game will also include a variety of ethnic characters to create a richer, more cosmopolitan medieval setting. Gameplay improvements include a revamped combat system that balances authenticity with accessibility. New weapon types, such as crossbows and early firearms, add depth to the already detailed medieval combat. Players will still enjoy the series' hallmark realism, with systems for reputation, branching narratives, and Henry's development tailored to their choices graphically. The game features significant upgrades using the CryEngine, promising a visually stunning and historically rich experience. Kingdom Come: Deliverance 2 aims to provide both longtime fans and new players an epic journey through a vibrant and dangerous medieval world.
You still have a long way to go till your work is done.
Until the towering shadows vanished into the mist.
I pray for their grace, but all that came were inferior shades.
Why do we have to bear the consequences of such power?
Time. War. Mortality. These essences shall not fall into your treacherous hands.
Wayward emissaries, grant us the forgotten miracles. Rain fire from above.
This desolate land.
Ballad of Antara is an upcoming dark fantasy action RPG developed by Tipsworks and published by Unfold Games. Set for release in 2025, the game offers a unique premise in which players explore two interconnected realities. One reality is inhabited by ordinary people, while the other, known as Para, is a distorted world where strange beings dwell. The story centers on the struggle to reclaim lost essences of the world that were taken by a mysterious mist, which has disrupted time itself. Players take on the role of emissaries, powerful individuals capable of navigating between these two worlds. Each emissary features their own class, abilities, and narrative arc, and the game allows for a rich single-player experience or multiplayer co-op with up to 3 players. The gameplay includes exploration, battling towering creatures, and uncovering the mysteries of the land. The world is designed with handcrafted levels and different biomes for each destination, making each exploration feel unique. Dune: The Dark Ages is set to release in 2025. This game serves as a prequel to the 2016 Doom reboot and Doom Eternal. It delves into the origin story of the Doom Slayer, taking place in a medieval-like world where players fight against the forces of hell. In this new installment, players will wield more traditional, medieval-style weapons such as skull guns, maces, and saw shields, alongside the familiar shotgun. The gameplay is expected to return to the roots of Doom, with a focus on strategic strafing and impactful projectile combat, reminiscent of the original games. The development team has hinted that the game will feature expansive environments and epic battles with larger enemies, including demon dragons. Vindictus. Defying Fate is an expansion of the popular MMORPG Vindictus, originally known as Mabinogi Heroes, which blends fast-paced action combat with a dark fantasy setting. Vindictus has been known for its visceral gameplay, unique character classes, and engaging cooperative multiplayer experiences. Further refinement of Vindictus's hallmark action combat system, which focuses on skill, timing, and precision. Updates to graphics and animations to keep the game visually appealing and modern.
Tensor, an autocratic AI controlling our city. It took over the government and let the gangs tear the place apart. They've taken my brother. It's time to fight.
Redline, I got your back. Always.
Spine is an upcoming single-player action game by Neki, known for their work on Shadow Fight and Vector. It combines fast-paced, cinematic combat inspired by gun fu films, like those from John Woo and the John Wick series, with a cyberpunk aesthetic. Players control Redline, a rebellious street artist, and her sentient combat implant, Spine, as they defy an oppressive AI regime in a dystopian near future. The game emphasizes dynamic combat blending gunplay, melee, and parkour, all designed with a movie-like feel, thanks to Unreal Engine 5 and Neki's Cascodeur animation technology. It features around 20 missions styled as standalone short films, and a hardcore mode where players must complete all missions without taking damage. Initially conceived as a PvP game, Spine was restructured in 2023 into a narrative-driven, single-player experience. It will be available for PC, PlayStation 5, and Xbox Series XS, but the release date is yet to be announced. Pragmata is an upcoming sci-fi action-adventure game from Capcom, set in a dystopian, near-future world. Initially revealed during the PS5 reveal event in 2020, it was expected to launch in 2023, but has since been delayed. The game will be available on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series XS, and PC. The premise of Pragmata revolves around a mysterious man in a spacesuit, a young girl, and a robotic/holographic cat navigating through a post-apocalyptic Earth and possibly the Moon. While the game's precise mechanics are not fully revealed, it is expected to feature intense exploration and interaction with a strange, altered environment where reality seems distorted.
Study the past if you would define the future.
All are architects of fate, working in these walls of time.
Let us all for death prepare, or on the last great journey fare.
Let me not then die, ingloriously and without a struggle. But let me first do some great thing that shall be told among men.
Sid Meiers Civilization 7, the next chapter in the beloved strategy series, is scheduled for release on February 11, 2025. Developed by Firaxis Games and published by 2K, it will be available on multiple platforms, including PC, PlayStation 4 and 5, Xbox One, Xbox Series XS, and Nintendo Switch. This iteration introduces the concept of history built in layers. where players lead their empires through distinct historical ages, selecting new civilizations as they progress. For example, you might begin with Hatshepsut leading Egypt in antiquity and later transition to her leading a different civilization like Mongolia in a later age. This dynamic choice allows for a unique cultural lineage shaped by player decisions, creating a deeply customizable empire-building experience. In addition to single-player campaigns, Civilization VII will feature online multiplayer, where strategic decisions around exploration, diplomacy, warfare, and technological advancements will play a pivotal role. Pre-orders offer bonuses, such as the Tecumseh and Shawnee Pack, which include unique leader options.
And the woods are home to summers don't sleep. So sit thee down.
AtomFall is an upcoming single-player survival action game set in post-war Britain, 5 years after the Windscale nuclear disaster in northern England. Developed by Rebellion, it features an eerie and atmospheric world blending British folk horror elements with a retro sci-fi vibe. Players will explore a fictional quarantine zone filled with mysticism, cults, rogue government agencies, and strange characters. The game focuses on survival mechanics, including scavenging, crafting, bartering, and combat. AtomFall integrates light RPG elements, such as skill trees and interaction-based character development. It will be available on March 27, 2025, with early access for Deluxe and Quarantine Edition pre-orders. The game is set to launch on Xbox Series XS, Xbox One, PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, and PC, Steam and Epic Games Store. It will also be a day-one release on Xbox Game Pass. AtomFall's setting and storyline aim to immerse players in a tense, narrative-driven experience that combines elements of folk horror and classic sci-fi inspirations, such as Doctor Who and the Day of the Triffids. Chrono Odyssey is an ambitious upcoming MMORPG developed by Chrono Studio and published by Kakao Games. Scheduled for release on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series XS, and PC, the game adopts a buy-to-play model. It promises a AAA online experience with a focus on dynamic combat, intricate storytelling, and time-space manipulation gameplay. Set in a vast, immersive fantasy world, Chrono Odyssey leverages Unreal Engine 5 to deliver stunning visuals and robust character customization. Players can expect epic quests, large-scale battles, and a richly detailed open world that pushes the boundaries of the MMORPG genre. The game was showcased with cinematic trailers highlighting armies, dragons, and time-altering mechanics during GDC 2024, creating significant buzz in the gaming community. Kakao Games, known for publishing hits like Black Desert Online, will provide global support for the game's localization, marketing, and community engagement, aiming to make it a success worldwide.
The tracks lead this way.
Close. Stay here. Stand guard. On me. Bloody hell.
Dying Light. The Beast is an upcoming standalone entry in the Dying Light series, originally intended as a DLC for Dying Light 2. It evolved into a full game, following the success and demand from fans, as well as some significant leaks. The game follows Kyle Crane, the protagonist of the first Dying Light, who has escaped years of captivity and now seeks revenge. He has also been mutated with zombie DNA, giving him the ability to transform into a powerful beast during gameplay. Set in the city of Castor Woods, a former tourist destination, Dying Light, the beast introduces new gameplay features, including more frequent use of firearms, a mix of foot and vehicle exploration, and more monstrous enemies, including super mutated zombies. The game promises around 18+ hours of playtime, combining the main story with side activities. It will be available on PC, PlayStation, and Xbox, with players who bought the Dying Light 2 Ultimate Edition getting it for free. The game is designed for both solo and co-op play, with up to 3 friends joining you in your zombie-slaying adventure.
お宝をめぐる戦争になっていくわけや。ブライスなき今、マッドランティスはいくつかの犯罪組織で運営されてる。そのうち一番でかいのがクイーン・ミシェルってバーサの組織だ。
よく来たね、キャプテン真島に五郎丸の皆さん。
マッドランティスにはカジノも女の店もあるが、パイレーツ・コルシアムに一番金が動く。
海賊王レイモンド・ロード。見事なデビュー戦だったな、船長。
やっと会えたな、兄弟。
兄弟はやめ言うてろや。この先ずっと記憶喪失のままでいいのか。ヤクザの大幹部だったんだろ。
記憶戻るに来てんだよ。ギャングとかマフィアのたまり場の島。こ
っちも行くで。準備せえ。取りかじいっぱい。エスペランサの財宝って聞いたことないか。それを探してるってじいさんがマッドランティスに来てたんだ。こらおもろなってきたで。よっしゃ、野郎ども出航準備や。マッドランティスに行くで。
おい、なんだこりゃ。どうする船長。ひとまず逃げるか。
マッドランティスの洗礼っちゅうことかの。手洗い歓迎やないかい。マッドランティスはいくつかの犯罪組織で運営されてる。そのうち一番でかいのがクイーン・ミシェルってバーサの組織だ。
ようこそ海賊諸君。我が王国マッドランティスへ。
Like a Dragon, Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii is an upcoming spin-off in the Like a Dragon, formerly Yakuza, franchise, starring the fan-favorite Goro Majima in a pirate-themed adventure. Set for release on February 21st, 2025 combat mechanics. Majima will have 2 fighting styles, the agile, Mad Dog style and the pirate-inspired Sea Dog style, which involves dual-wielding short swords and pirate tools. Players can switch styles seamlessly, and for the first time, jumping has been added to combat, enabling mid-air combos. The game spans Hawaii, Rich Island, where Majima wakes with amnesia, the pirate haven Madlantis, and other locations from Like a Dragon. Infinite Wealth. Each area offers unique activities, from a pirate's coliseum to mini-games like karaoke and Dragon Kart. Project M is an upcoming action RPG that has generated considerable buzz due to its promising gameplay and visuals. It's not an MMORPG like some of Microsoft's other titles, such as Lineage or Blade and Soul, but rather a more focused action RPG, featuring intense combat and a deeply narrative-driven experience. Action RPG, with a strong emphasis on fast-paced combat. The game takes place in a dark, fantastical world, and will feature a blend of realistic and stylized art. Known for its fluid and dynamic combat system, Project M is expected to showcase intense, action-oriented gameplay where players can utilize a variety of weapons, magic, and special abilities. Project M aims to appeal to fans of action RPGs and has been compared to Devil May Cry and Nier Automata due to its fast combat style and dark, atmospheric world.
The informational particles that shape Project M.
You got any idea what you're doing? The spirit will punish us all. Ion! The spirit of the mountain! Over there! We've all gone and doomed ourselves! Shit.
Crimson Desert is an upcoming action-adventure game developed by Pearl Abyss, the creators of Black Desert Online. Set in a vast, open world, the game combines elements of both single-player and multiplayer experiences. Crimson Desert aims to deliver an immersive experience with rich storytelling and engaging gameplay, appealing to both fans of action RPGs and those who enjoy narrative-driven games. The release date is anticipated in the near future, but specific details may vary. The game is set in a fantasy world inspired by medieval Europe, featuring diverse landscapes, from deserts to mountains. It follows the journey of a mercenary named Macduff, exploring themes of survival, betrayal, and redemption. Players can expect a mix of combat, exploration, and questing, with a focus on dynamic action and fluid movement. Utilizing Pearl Abyss's proprietary engine, the game boasts stunning visuals and detailed character models. While primarily a single-player experience, it includes multiplayer components, allowing for cooperative play and interactions with other players. The game features a robust combat system, emphasizing skill-based mechanics and strategic gameplay. The upcoming game Ananta, previously known as Project Mugen, is an ambitious urban open-world RPG developed by Naked Rain under NetEase Games. It combines vibrant anime-style visuals with dynamic gameplay elements, offering a blend of action, exploration, and storytelling. Set in Nova City, a futuristic coastal hub filled with humans and chaotic anomalies living side by side, the game allows players to take on the role of an elite agent from the Anti-Chaos Directorate, ACD. The storyline promises a mix of humor, mystery, and adventure, with wacky elements like bipedal toilet races and supernatural phenomena amidst a grounded cityscape. The gameplay integrates features inspired by games like Spider-Man and Genshin Impact, with urban traversal mechanics like grappling and parkour, action RPG combat, and open-world activities. Players can explore diverse environments, engage in side activities like racing, basketball, and darts, and use environmental elements for combat. Additionally, the game includes life simulation aspects, such as making friends and enjoying city life outside of missions.
Soldiers and officials alike oppress the people for personal gain, and the people must turn to thievery for food. Perhaps this is heaven's way of lamenting the state of the land. Men are powerless at the feet of the divine. But even so, someone must act.
find a way to survive. So choose your path wisely. Go forth and learn what it means to be a hero.
The upcoming Dynasty Warriors, Origins, developed by Omega Force and published by Koei Tecmo, is set to release on January 17, 2025, for PlayStation 5, Xbox Series XS, and PC. This game aims to bring the beloved Muzu action series back to its roots while introducing a fresh take on its iconic 1 vs 1000 combat. For the first time in the series, the story will focus on a nameless protagonist experiencing the chaos of the Three Kingdoms era. The game emphasizes cinematic and strategic gameplay, with new features like tactical ally abilities, a parry system, and bravery points used to unleash unique weapon-based special moves. There's also a greater focus on challenging duels with enemy officers, adding depth to the battles.
This thing of ours, it's a brotherhood. Treachery and deceit do not exist among us. Do you wish to commit yourself?
Mafia, The Old Country is the highly anticipated fourth installment in the Mafia series, announced in August 2024. This new entry, set to release in 2025, serves as a prequel and takes players back to the early 1900s in Sicily, where the roots of the Mafia are explored. The game will focus on the origins of organized crime, offering a narrative-driven experience that harkens back to the roots of the series' storytelling. The setting in 1900s Sicily will immerse players in the historical backdrop of the island, where the Cosa Nostra, or the Sicilian Mafia, began to take shape. Players will likely explore the early days of this criminal organization, with a focus on deep, linear storytelling rather than the open-world exploration scene in Mafia 3. There's speculation that the game may even feature a young version of Don Salieri from the original Mafia.
Blue bloods in castles, peasants in the gutter. Same old story with a pretty flag on top.
You have one night to sort your business and get the fuck out of Seattle.
Benny, such a way with words. Tolly's an acquired taste.
I'm your go-to gal for fun times at the OK Camarilla.
Sophia's always been scatterbrained.
You're the nomad.
This town's had a queen for a long time.
How uninvited. There had better be a reason.
The upcoming game Vampire, The Masquerade Bloodlines 2, is set to launch in the first half of 2025. Developed by the Chinese Room, the game is a direct sequel to the cult classic Bloodlines. Set in modern-day Seattle, the story casts you as an elder vampire known as Fire, navigating a city on the brink of conflict between factions of vampires, known as the Kindred. The game will feature 4 playable clans at launch: Bruja, Tremere, Banu Hakim, and Ventru, each offering distinct gameplay styles like brawling, magic-based combat, stealth, and mind control. Players will shape their character through choices in clan, gender, and origin story, and the narrative promises multiple endings, with twice as many as its predecessor. The gameplay blends first-person RPG mechanics with strategic combat styles tailored to your chosen clan. You'll also explore themes of vampire politics, alliances, and betrayals while engaging in action-packed missions and investigative sequences. Fans can expect an expanded world, refined gameplay systems, and immersive storytelling.
Who's ready for a bit of fun then?
Killing Floor 3, the next installment in Tripwire Interactive's cooperative action horror FPS series, is set to launch in early 2025 for PlayStation 5, Xbox Series XS, and PC via Steam and the Epic Games Store. The game takes place in 2091, 70 years after the events of Killing Floor 2. Players join Nightfall, a rebel group fighting against Horzine Corporation's bioengineered monstrosities, known as Zeds, to save humanity. The game introduces enhanced mechanics, including improved player movement like dashing, climbing, and vertical gameplay. It also features environmental traps, customizable weapons, and gadgets. Zeds have been redesigned with new AI behaviors and combat abilities for even more intense encounters. The first trailer revealed 3 playable specialists, each with unique skills, including the return of the fan-favorite commando, Mr. Foster. Astropulse. Reincarnation is an upcoming sci-fi third-person shooter and RPG being developed by Imagendry Studios, led by former Blizzard artist Wuchang. Set in a post-apocalyptic Earth, the game is part of a transmedia universe exploring a world reshaped by a mysterious cosmic force called the Astropulse. This energy, which arrived via a meteorite millions of years ago, has deeply influenced Earth's evolution, leading to new species, civilizations, and a global catastrophe that fractured humanity. The game revolves around the aftermath of this force, with players embarking on a journey to challenge their fate amidst eldritch horrors, mutated creatures, and bioengineered threats. It blends dynamic combat, character-driven storytelling, and strategic resource management. The narrative includes factions like the bioengineering Empire 19 Union and alien-influenced Grim Null, emphasizing survival and rebuilding civilization in a devastated world. A key feature is the Neon Haze, a radioactive zone home to mysterious creatures and transformed landscapes.
All we wanted was to start over, leaving our family, our friends behind. And we were so eager to hand ourselves over. But we just ended up the same.
Retrieval is an upcoming sci-fi survival horror game developed by 333 Studios, using Unreal Engine 5 to deliver a cinematic, visually immersive experience. The game takes place on the distant planet Rahalian, nearly 29 billion kilometers from Earth, where players assume the role of Hannah Losh, the commander of a stranded research team. As Hannah explores an abandoned base, she faces horrifying creatures and uncovers dark secrets beneath the planet's surface. The game focuses on storytelling, rich character development, and gripping gameplay, enhanced by advanced technology like NVIDIA's RTX Ti for ray tracing and Dolby Atmos for 3D audio. These features aim to create a haunting and atmospheric experience. The trailer revealed at Gamescom 2024 showcased intense action, eerie environments, and blood-soaked visuals. The game is expected to launch on PC, PlayStation 5, and Xbox Series XS. If you enjoy cinematic survival horror games like Dead Space, this title might be worth keeping an eye on.
Listen to me, burnt one. If you're intending to walk the midnight walk, You better be sure to keep your sparks.
The Midnight Walk is an upcoming dark fantasy adventure game scheduled for release in spring 2025 on PS5, PSVR 2, PC, and PC VR platforms. Developed by Moonhood Studios, a team composed of former developers from Zoink Games, creators of Lost and Random and Feg, this game presents a unique visual style inspired by claymation. Every element in the game, from characters to landscapes, was hand-sculpted in clay, 3D scanned, and brought to life using stop-motion style animation. In the game, you play as the Burnt One, navigating a mysterious and eerie world alongside a lantern creature named Potboy, whose flame is crucial for survival. The journey is filled with challenges, including encounters with monsters that seek to extinguish Potboy's light. The narrative unfolds across 5 tales of fire and darkness, featuring a quirky and fantastical cast of characters. Players will use Potboy's flame strategically to light paths, distract enemies, and evade dangers.
Flame took a wander down the midnight walk.
The Sinking City 2 is an upcoming survival horror game from Frogwares, set to launch in 2025 for PC, PlayStation 5, and Xbox Series X/S. The game is a sequel to The Sinking City, but it shifts away from the detective mystery gameplay of the first title to focus on survival horror. This change marks a significant evolution in the studio's approach, as it aims to reinvent itself with a horror-first direction. While investigation and detective work are still present, they are now optional rather than central to the gameplay, allowing players to choose whether to delve deeper into secrets and lore. The game is set in the fictional town of Arkham, heavily influenced by Lovecraftian themes, and will feature combat, exploration, and survival mechanics. Frogwares is also leveraging Unreal Engine 5 to enhance the game's visual and technological aspects.